We are on air just a little bit early today as we are trying to do our best to navigate around a couple of small rain systems in the area as we're looking to get this game in here on this Monday afternoon in South Yarmouth. For now, there is some blue sky. It's a partly cloudy day. The breeze is blowing here at Red Wilson Field, and we have baseball set to be played here this evening. Hello, everybody, and welcome in inside the Red Wilson press box. Andre Sims and alongside me, TJ Mathewson. And TJ, feels like it's been a while for us, considering there was a one-day break, and that's just the way it's been in the past couple of weeks.
Kind of bizarre.
Really the month of July. We had a day off yesterday of sorts, as it was the Cape League All-Star Game. A few of these YD Red Sox playing and taking part in the festivities yesterday. Of course, Riley King, Wyatt Young, Austin Wells all in the starting lineup. Noah Campbell making an appearance as a reserve in this one. And in the end, it was a 6-5 walk-off victory for the East, and a couple of contributions from the Red Sox in that one.
Yeah, you had Noah Campbell scoring a run late in that ball game. Not exactly sure if that one was the tying run or not. You had Austin Wells. He was 0 for 2. Wyatt Young collected the only hit amongst all of the YD bats, but they're there. They got their at-bats, all four from Riley King, Wyatt Young, Austin Wells, and Noah Campbell. And it's a cool experience for him. Just so much talent there on that field that you get to compete against. You got to be at the top of your game to perform well in that. And the East ended up coming out on top with 2 runs to the bottom of the 9th inning and take down the West 6-5. And, well, we're going to get more West versus East here today at Red Wilson. Hopefully the sun, as you mentioned, will stay out and the rain stays away. It's been a wet afternoon here on Cape Cod.
There was some thunder earlier in the day, and was, at least according to the radar, there is some rain coming later in the afternoon, so we're hoping to get as much baseball in as we can this evening as the YD Red Sox get set to take on the Bourne Braves. Judd Fabian steps into the box to lead off the game here, a little over 10 minutes ahead of schedule. And he faces off against the righty from Florida, Jack Leftwich. First pitch from Leftwich is in there for a called strike. 4:48 first pitch, and we are underway. This is Leftwich's 6th start of the summer for the Red Sox. So he gets another swing and a miss on pitch number 2 of the afternoon, and it's quickly 0-2. 2-1 with the 4.62 ERA. And really, it's just been 2 bad starts of the 5. And a quick 1-2-3. Good morning, good afternoon, good night strikeout as Fabian goes down looking, and that's the first out of the inning.
And he's just, Leftwich comes out, here's the fastball, try and hit it, and Judd Fabian keeps the bat rested on his shoulders as thinks his teammate might go with a breaking ball right there, bury it outside and in the dirt maybe with 2 strikes, but instead just dots that outside corner. 3 pitches and an out for Leftwich.
So advantage Leftwich in the first match of Gator versus Gator tonight. Leftwich in his last start was an outing against these Bourne Braves, went 5 innings, gave up 1 run on just 2 hits. As the 1-0 pitch is skied foul and out of play by Cody Morissette, the Boston College second baseman. Following Morissette is Xavier Warren out of Central Michigan. He is batting third and playing third this evening. Jimmy Gluenke out of Dallas Baptist hits cleanup tonight. Jared Poland out of Louisville bats 5th as Morissette takes the ball 2-1. Cade Beloso, Kyler Fedko, Brendan Rivoli, and Giovanni Giacomo round out the order as Morissette skies one deep into center field. Beasley pushing back, and he leaps and makes the catch in front of the wall. Beasley had a good read on it from the jump, broke back instantly, and settled in to make the leaping grab just in front of the chain link fence out there in center field, and it's allowed second out of the inning.
Number 27, Xavier Warren.
Last time these two teams faced, it was a rain-shortened 5-inning game between these two that included a 5-inning perfect game. As the first pitch to Xavier Warren misses away. 2 quick outs for Leftwich, the strikeout and then the long fly out to Brad Beasley in center field. Warren flares one into shallow left. Incoming is Eister, and he'll make the play on the run. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Jack Leftwich. A quick start for him on the mound, and the Red Sox look to have a quick start in the batter's box as they get set to take their first hacks of the game We'll be right back. You're listening to Red Sox Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Just about set for the bottom of the first inning here at Red Wilson Field as Wyatt Young is about to make his way to the box as the Red Sox look to take their first swings of the game. Following Wyatt Young will be Brad Beasley, Austin Wells, as those three have really been mainstays as 1 through 3 in the order for the past couple of weeks with a large chunk of success. Noah Campbell, Jack Thomas Wold, Riley King make up the middle third of the order. Andrew Eister, Noah Cardenas, and Sam Hall round out the bottom half for YD in this one as they get set to face the righty for Bourne, Ryan Cusick out of Wake Forest. Massachusetts native delivers. Wyatt Young keeps the hands back. Third base umpire John Putala says no, he doesn't, and it's ball 1. Joining Putala in blue this evening is Rick Emerson calling the balls and strikes, and Brian Troupe over at first base. 1-0 pitch to Young is high, and it's 2-0. Cusick, the Sadbury, Massachusetts native, 6'6", 215 on the mound, just finished up his sophomore year. 2-2 on the year with an ERA just a bit under 4 at 3.85 as it's now 3-0 to Wyatt Young. This is his 6th start of the season. He struck out 25, only walked 4. So an excellent strikeout to walk ratio, although in danger of walking his 5th batter of the season behind 3-0 to Wyatt Young. Cusick has allowed just 21 hits in 25 2/3 innings. Whip sits at about 1. 3-0 pitch is in there for a called strike, and it's 3-1. Cusick is coming off an outing against Harwich, a 2-1 victory in which he went 6 2/3. Gave up just 1 run on 3 hits, struck out 7, and walked 1. 3-1 pitch is high and wide, and Wyatt Young draws the leadoff walk. And now Brad Beasley will hit.
The center fielder from Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, number 5, Brad Beasley.
Brad Beasley playing center field, already made an impressive catch out there to record the second out of the first inning. Beasley's average sits at 267, but has been playing excellent over the past couple weeks. First pitch to him is a breaking ball spun in there for a called strike, 0-1. Beasley's up to 23 hits on the season, 7 doubles, 2 home runs, 9 RBI. His best day came against the Bourne Braves, a day which he went 3 for 4 with an RBI. And 3 runs scored as that one's roped through the left side, and that's a base hit. The first 2 men of the evening reach for YD, and now Austin Wells is up with an RBI opportunity, still with no one down.
And that's just more the hot hitting for Beasley. He rakes here at home. He's hit over 370 at home. He crushes right-handed pitching as well. And he's just been on quite a tear these last few weeks and just continues off another hard hit ball and another base hit for him.
So now Austin Wells will step into the box. Not much to say about Austin Wells that hasn't already been said this season. Undoubtedly an MVP candidate for the league. 325 average, 7 home run, 24 RBI. Has played catcher, left field, center field, right field. Finds himself DHing today. To go along with those 7 home runs, has 8 doubles as well, 17 walks, 7 stolen bases. He really just does it all for this team. 1-0 pitch to Wells. Big swing and his miss as he cuts through the fastball upstairs, and it's 1-1. Just a freshman, Wells, a very polished hitter, 6'2", 205. That one skied into right field. Crashing hard is Kyler Fedko, and he'll make the play. Wyatt Young advances 90 feet to third, and it's runners on the corners. 1 down, a sacrifice fly for Austin Wells.
Batting cleanup, the second baseman from the University of South Carolina, number 14, Noah Campbell.
So now Noah Campbell will step in, playing second base this evening. As we mentioned in the open, came around to score on the Gage Workman inside the park home run as Workman took on the deepest part of Eldridge Park. Got it over the center fielder's head to really just dead center field. And the shortstop, who's a big frame, big athletic guy, was moving, came in, was really on the heels of Noah Campbell on that play. Campbell bats, runners on the corners, chops that one off his foot or ankle, and he's going to take a second to walk that off.
That was the first home run of the season for Workman. And of the inside park variety, crushed it. But of course, 434 to dead center in Orleans, just got it over the hand of the center fielder at the time. And with good speed, he's got a lot of triples this summer. I believe 4 triples for him. So with good speed, gets all the way around and scores on that.
This YD team entered the All-Star break on the heels of a dramatic walk-off victory. A 6-5 win against Brewster and Gage Workman. Scoring 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning, capped off by an Andrew Eister walk-off single. In a game that really had everyone fired up post-game as they headed into the All-Star break, as Campbell fouls the 0-1 back into the screen, and it's 0-2. That was a game that featured some questionable calls, some really shaky moments, if you will, for this YD team that really tested the resolve, and so there was some chippiness there. There was some jawing back and forth between players. The game really had everything and had us up here in the press box fired up as well. Runners on the corners, 1 down here in the bottom of the first. YD looking to strike early as that one's well upstairs. Gets Rivoli out of the crouch to snare it. And it's 1-2.
But when it mattered most, came in the 9th inning trailing by 2 runs. You had YD send 8 men to the plate and just hammer that Brewster bullpen and get the job done, come across for the win. And how about that for Andrew Eister getting that walk-off knock? It's got to feel unreal.
1-2. Beasley's running. It's a beautifully placed hit and run as Campbell sends it through the left side. Beasley going first to third. He is in there with a slide. Campbell took a wide turn, but he'll retreat to first, and that's an RBI single for Campbell, and the Red Sox take the lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the first.
It's just perfect. You have Jimmy Glowacki, the shortstop, running up or towards the middle to cover the second base bag, and you have Noah Campbell just go right the other way, right through that almost completely wide open left side of the infield, and there's no one there to stop it, with Young only having to trot 30 feet home from third base. And easily, Beasley makes it all the way around to third, and a run up for YD.
So Jack Thomas Wold steps in looking for more as he fouls the first pitch off his leg, and YD's not doing their lower extremities any favors here in the first innings. That's now a couple fouled off the feet and leg area. So already find themselves up 1-0. Perfectly executed hit and run, something we've seen this YD team do multiple times throughout this season. Jack Thomas Wold was swinging a hot bat in the days leading up to the All-Star break. A couple of home runs, a really solid double. Really seeing him drive the ball a lot more than we saw in the early parts of July. 0-1 pitch. That one's nubbed off the end of the bat, but that'll squeak through, and that's a base hit. Beasley comes in to score. It's an RBI single for Jack Thomas Wold. 2-0 Red Sox. The line keeps moving, and now Riley King steps up with 2 men on.
Not hit quite as hard, but still gets the job done. Cody Morissette's playing about in his normal spot at second base, and Wold just finds the wide open right side of the infield between Morissette and Beloso at first. And again, easy trotting home from third for Brad Beasley to score. The Red Sox are been unreal this season when scoring first. 15-4 when they have scored first.
Already up 2-0 in this one. Riley King looking to add to it with Noah Campbell in scoring position. Infield at double play depth. First pitch from Cusick is outside, and it's 1-0.
Best record in the league when they score first. So at least in total wins, not percentage. Falmouth 11-1 when they score first.
Riley King, one of the 4 All-Stars for this Red Sox team. Georgia Bulldog awaits the 1-0 and fouls it back to the screen. He was on the fastball, and it's 1-1. Hot start, sort of really a good barometer of where this YD offense is at and on a game-to-game basis, how they're feeling. No BP today due to the rain. They were just swinging in the cages, but already they look loose, and they also look refreshed, TJ, as the day off for the majority of this team seems to already be doing some early favors.
But even for the day off, you mean the guys in the All-Star game, it's almost a longer day than a normal day. I was talking to Austin Wells yesterday, and he's like, yeah, we're here at the ballpark at 12 o'clock. Normally, players will roll in at a 5 o'clock home game at about 2 o'clock. So 5 o'clock for a 6 o'clock start. And it had brunch, autographs, BP, any outie, etc.
2-1 pitch is in there for a called strike to Riley King, and it's 2-2.
And, you know, it's only Wells, for example, only had to play 3 innings yesterday behind the plate. But still, it was hot and muggy out there in Orleans. And most definitely, you know, a little bit more of a relaxed environment. But that still doesn't mean it's not taking a toll on their bodies. A lot of these guys, though, it was a day off.
2-2 pitch, and Riley King smokes it back into the screen, and it's still 2-2. On deck is Andrew Eister, the man who hit the walk-off to send the fans home happy here at Red Wilson Saturday evening. Riley King still in the box in the battle, awaits the 2-2. YD already with 2 runs across. As that one, once again off the end of the bat, that one's got some English on it. It'll be a tough double play. Won't even attempt the back-end throw as Morissette tosses it over to Glowinski, who will just eat it. And it's now runners on the corners and 2 men down.
The left fielder from the University of South Carolina, number 11, Andrew Eister.
So Riley King reaches on the fielder's choice. Noah Campbell sits on third base. Andrew Eister in left field. South Carolina Gamecock steps in looking for the 2-out RBI. And you wonder, TJ, after Eister came through, and you could really see the relief. I could hear it in our post-game interview with him. You wonder if that's really going to be the thing that helps him turn this season around. Because if that is the case, that is a huge boost, a huge added weapon to this lineup as we head towards playoffs.
And, you know, confidence is sometimes all you need. And Eister, you get phased out, a little less playing time with, you know, with all these struggles. But if he continues to deliver, he'll be in the lineup, and that only helps.
Big swing and a miss on the 1-0 pitch, and it's 1-1. And credit Andrew Eister. He is the first person to admit it. And in our interview, I asked him, I was like, you know, you've been working in the cage with Pick day in and day out. Like, how did it feel to sort of start seeing the results for the first time? And first thing out of his mouth was, you know, I've been playing really poorly the last couple weeks. So I think the best thing about this for Eister is the fact that he is very self-aware, is able to accept the criticism, accept the notes that Scott Pickler is giving him. You see oftentimes a lot of these guys who are very talented, high-profile players, they're really against change. They really aren't one to really accept change openly, but that's not the case for Eister, as he's been very open over the last few weeks. 1-1 pitch incoming. Cusick delivers, and that one's chopped on the ground to Morissette. He'll go the short way to second, and that'll end the inning. The Red Sox send 7 to the plate, push 2 across here in the bottom of the first inning. Jack Leftwich spotted with a 2-0 lead. We head to the top of the second inning. You're listening to Red Sox Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Jack Leftwich on for inning number 2 here at Red Wilson Field. Now working with the 2-0 lead on the mound as the first pitch to Jimmy Glowinski is a good off-speed pitch that has Glowinski way out in front. One of those swings that really makes you take a walk. And it's 0-1. The mugginess that was ever present the last couple days as Glowinski grounds one to Riley King at third, across the diamond to first. And that's the first out of the inning, 5-3. As I was saying, the mugginess that has been the
designated hitter from the University of Louisville,
sitting across Cape Cod the past couple days has given way a little bit, much to everyone's appreciation, as it was hot these past couple days, easily over 90 degrees with about 90% humidity as well. First pitch to Jared Poland, the DH out of Louisville. Misses downstairs, and it's 1-0.
But it seemed like today the mugginess was going to go away, at least for a little bit. Till all the rain picked up about an hour and a half before first pitch.
1-1 pitch to Poland incoming. And it's a breaking ball that dances low and away, and it's 2-1. Is game number 35 for YD as Poland flares one over the head of Jack Thomas Wold, and that'll be trouble down the line. It'll be extra bases for Poland. He'll cruise into second base with the head first slide, and it's a one-out double for the Bourne Braves and their first base runner of the ballgame.
The first baseman from Louisiana State University, number 34.
So now Cade Beloso will step in.
Beloso.
LSU Tiger playing first base tonight. Batting from the left side. First pitch to him is well outside. And it's 1-0. Beloso, 6 foot, 225, St. Bernard, Louisiana native. 1-0 pitch is a breaking ball that drops in for a strike, 1-1. It's early, but Jack Leftwich looks like he has good feel for the breaking ball today. He's dropping it in there in all counts.
Yeah, it's been sharp with all 3 of his pitches so far. It doesn't seem to have just a couple balls that seem to have gotten away from him. For the most part, though, he's had control in the strike zone and has limited the hard contact, really.
That one weakly chopped foul, and it's now 1-2. The defense behind Leftwich, Andrew Eister is in left, Brad Beasley in center field, Sam Hall is playing out in right field today, Riley King, Wyatt Young, as always, on the left side of the infield, Noah Campbell, Jack Thomas Wold on the right, and Noah Cardenas is behind the plate putting down the signs for Jack Leftwich. Wyatt Young holding on Jared Poland as that one's fouled back to the screen, and it's still 1-2. This is a Bourne Braves team that has struggled to score runs this season. Lowest output of all the Cape League teams. Run differential sits at -11. Tied for second worst in the league. 1-2. Chopped on the ground to Campbell, playing in the outfield grass. He'll field it on a few hops, go over to Wold, and that's the second out of the inning. This Bourne Braves team entered the day at 13-19.
University of Connecticut.
26 points.
Kyler Fedko.
Still comfortably in a playoff spot, though. 11 points ahead of the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. His run differential sits at a gaudy -99. This YD team sits third in the league as far as runs scored is concerned, sitting at 173 behind just Katuitt and Wareham, the 2 slugging teams out west. Red Sox, as I mentioned, this is game 35. They're 19-13-2 this season. Quickly 0-2 now to Kyler Fedko, as Leftwich looks to get out of the inning and strand a runner. YD seems like for weeks now have just sat 2 points behind the Chatham Anglers. As Fedko skies one back and out of play. Chatham 1 game ahead in the win column. Chatham is not in action today, as these are a slate of makeup games. Chatham, one of 2 teams not playing tonight. So a chance for YD to jump up in the standings, get a tie for first. And that chance is already off to a good start as they find themselves up 2-0 early. Still 0-2 to Kyler Fedko, as he skies one into right center field. Sam Hall's got a beat on it, shading his eyes. And he'll put it away for the final out of the inning. Leftwich is through 2, just 1 hit allowed. The Red Sox coming up for their second swings of the game, up 2-0. You're listening to Red Sox Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. 8, 9, and 1 due up for YD in the
catcher
home half
from
of the second inning.
UCLA,
Andre Sims,
number
TJ
8,
Mathewson with
Noah
you.
Cardenas.
As Noah Cardenas steps in. Catcher out of UCLA. With Sam Hall on deck, Wyatt Young in the hole. Cardenas first pitch swinging, pops it up on the infield. Morissette underneath it, makes the play, and that's the first out of the inning. So a much better start for inning number 2 than it was in inning number 1 for Ryan Cusick.
Clemson University, number 12, Sam
So he
Hall.
retires the leadoff hitter here. Now Sam Hall will bat with the bases clear and 1 down. Sam Hall, the super utility man from Clemson. North Carolina native, takes a strike on the outer half, and it's 0-1. Average sits at 222 on the year, 6 for 27. Got a double and 2 RBI. .6'1", 190. The count's even 1-1 as the pitch is on its way. Waved at and missed by Hall in the box as he chased what would have been ball 2, and it's 1-2.
Come on, Sam.
Chopped on the ground to third. Xavier Warren will go over field across his body, and that one's just in time to get the speedy Hall. Good play from Xavier Warren navigating the third base bag, and there are 2 down in the inning.
The shortstop from Pepperdine University, Wyatt Young.
So now the top of the order in Wyatt Young, who drew a walk and came around to score the first run of the game in the bottom of the first inning. He's up for his second at bat in as many innings. First pitch swinging as he cuts over the top of an off-speed pitch, and it's 0-1. Chopped on the ground to Morissette. He'll range over in field, over to first, and it's a 1-2-3 second inning for Ryan Cusick. Much better work as Cusick makes quick work of the YD batters here in the bottom of the second inning. It's still 2-0 our score here at Red Wilson Field. You're listening to Red Sox Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network.
Back here at Red Wilson Field for the bottom half of the third inning. 8, 9, and 1 due up in the Bourne Braves lineup against Jack Leftwich. The Florida sophomore has faced 1 over the minimum here through 2 complete innings. TJ Mathewson, Andre Sims here with you from South Yarmouth. It'll first be Brendan Rivoli out of Virginia, followed by Giovanni DiGiacomo and Judd Fabian. Set to come to the plate here against Leftwich. The Florida righty fires home a first pitch fastball that swung on and belted to center field. Back a few steps is Brad Beasley. He'll hook around, head to his right, and just into the left center field gap will make the catch for out number 1 a few feet away from the center field fence. And 1 pitch, 1 out for Leftwich here in the 3rd inning. Red Sox jumped on for 2 runs in the bottom half of the 1st inning on an RBI base knock by Noah Campbell and an RBI hit from Jack Thomas Wool. First pitch to Giovanni DiGiacomo. The LSU Tiger watches ball 1 miss outside, and it's 1-0. DiGiacomo, a .259 hitter this season with just 1 extra base hit, a double. He struck out 11 times, has yet to walk. 1-0, misses way up and inside. DiGiacomo's ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. Leftwich, the Florida righty, in his 6th start of the summer. A 4.62 ERA entering play today. Most of that inflated by a couple of bad outings as the 2-0 blows past the bat of DiGiacomo as he cuts through a fastball in the outside corner. And it's 2-1. Leftwich, last time he was out, faced these Bourne Braves right here at Red Wilson. 2-1. Fastball misses a bit outside and a bit upstairs as well. And it's now 3-1 on DiGiacomo. So his last time against these Bourne Braves about a week ago here at Red Wilson, 5 innings, just 1 run. 3-1, changeup, fouled at home plate. And the count will go full 3 balls and 2 strikes. That 1 run on 2 hits, 4 strikeouts and a walk. And in fact, the first start of 3 he's had here at Red Wilson without giving up a home run. 3-2. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 3. From down 3-1, Leftwich comes back and strikes out DiGiacomo. His 2nd strikeout of the ball game, his first swinging. That will flip the lineup over and bring up the center fielder, Judd Fabian. One of the hottest bats in this Bourne lineup. He struck out looking on 3 pitches to open up this ball game, and he gets to face his teammate Jack Leftwich. Had his number the first time up. First pitch from Leftwich, fastball. Called a strike on the inside corner, it's 0-1. Fabian, a .350 hitter on the road this season, playing in the friendly confines of Red Wilson, a hitter's park. 0-1. Breaking ball, misses inside, and it's now 1-1. He's also .333 over his last 10, and also hits .333 versus right-handers. Wyatt Young shaded over in the hole at short. 1-1. Swing and a miss from Fabian, and the Florida product is behind 1-2. Leftwich has just faced 1 over the minimum here with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd inning. Florida product down to the windup, stares in at Noah Cardenas, gets his sign, fires home the 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball blows past Fabian, the 3rd strikeout of the game for Jack Leftwich, and the 2nd time he's got his Florida teammate. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd here from Red Wilson Field, 2-0. Whitey leads over Bourne here on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Ryan Cusick out to work the bottom half of the third inning here at Red Wilson Field. His Bourne Braves trailing 2-0 here in the bottom half of the third inning. TJ Mathewson and Andre Sims here with you from South Yarmouth. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the windy lineup. Brad Beasley, Austin Wells, and Noah Campbell set to come to the plate. Cusick, the 6'6", 215-pound freshman out of Wake Forest. Struggled a bit in the first, had a much quicker 1-2-3 second inning. That first inning faced 7 widey bats, allowed 2 runs. First pitch to Beasley, first pitch swinging, grounds it up the third base side, but it stays foul, and the count's 0-1. Beasley hit one hard back in the first inning, roped a single past the third baseman Xavier Warren into left field, and scored the second run of this game off the RBI base knock from Jack Thomas Wold. Cusick winds, and the 0-1 from the right-hander. Swing and a foul, this time first base side. It's staying up there. The left fielder, Fedko, giving it a look. So is the first baseman, Beloso, but they'll watch it drop foul and out of play. And the count goes to 0-2 on Beasley. Brad is hitting .372 at home this year, and in .346 versus right-handers. Has had an excellent last few weeks at the plate, and has really established himself in the 2-hole in everyday lineup for Scott Pickler, as well as the starting spot out in center field. He's behind 0-2, though, to Cusick, looking for his first strikeout of the game. Right-hander winds and fires the 0-2. Fastball stays upstairs. It's 1-2. Cusick, a firm thrower with that 6'6" frame. His fastball sits in the low 90s, can touch upper 90s, though. And a changeup and a slider to complement that. Right-hander rocks and fires the 1-2. Changeup looked like swing and a miss, strike 3. So Cusick breaks out that breaking ball, whether it was the changeup or the slider. He gets Beasley to go down swinging. There's the first strikeout of the night for the Wake Forest right-hander, and that will bring up the designated hitter Austin Wells. Hit one off the end of the bat into right field last time, caught out there by Kyler Fedko. As the left-hander digs in, the starting catcher yesterday for the Eastern Division All-Stars was 0-2. Cusick winds, fires first pitch. Fastball misses inside, and it's 1-0. Wells, it's been as consistent of a summer as you can get. 325, 8 doubles, 7 home runs with 24 RBIs. 1-0. Misses outside, and the count will go to 2 balls and no strikes. Second in the league in home runs, and I believe third in RBIs. His average really has never dipped below 300 this year. It's been well up over 300 for quite a while. 2-0. Breaking ball, changeup looked like called a strike, and it's now 2-1. Wells, one of 4 Widey Red Sox to participate in the home run, or pardon, the All-Star game yesterday. Riley King, Wyatt Young, and Noah Campbell the others. 2-1. Breaking ball, chopped foul up the first base side, and it's now 2-2. But as just a freshman at Arizona, you couldn't ask for a better season. Now, 4th in the league in RBIs, behind Nico Cavadas, Nick Gonzalez, and Hunter Goodman. But extra base hits, average, defense, versatility. He's had it all. 2-2 on its way. Fastball called strike 3. No argument from Wells as he set down looking. The second strikeout in a row and of the game for Ryan Cusick. And that'll put up 2 down for Noah Campbell to step to the plate. A switch hitter batting left-handed with the righty Cusick on the mound. Campbell hitting .297. Yesterday was 0-2 and scored a run on the Gage Workman inside the park home run. The Eastern Division All-Star Game MVP. The switch hitting shortstop at Arizona State. So now the switch hitter hitting utility man Noah Campbell steps in. First pitch, fastball. Called the strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. 8 teams in action today. This being a makeup day. It was supposed to be an off day at the beginning of the year, but of course with all the rain is the 0-1. Dots the inside corner, and it's 0-2 on Campbell. With all the rain, 4 games had to be made up today. Harwich and Katuitt actually postponed at Lowell Park today. They're going to have to make that game up at a future date. Falmouth and Brewster playing today, also Orleans and Hyannis. 0-2, swinging a dribbler out towards second base. Cody Morissette, the all-star Fields, flips on over to first, and it's in time to retire Campbell. 8 in a row retired by Ryan Cusick as he works through a 1-2-3. Third inning here at Red Wilson Field. Went to the fourth. It's 2-0 Red Sox here on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Middle of the Bourne Braves lineup set to come to the plate here in the top of the fourth inning. Against the right-hander out of Florida, Jack Leftwich, who's faced one over the minimum so far here through 3 full frames. Cody Morissette, Xavier Warren, and Jimmy Glowinski set to come to the plate against the Florida righty. First pitch from Leftwich, breaking ball misses down low, and the count's 1-0. Leftwich, the native of Orlando, Florida, and attended Texan Academy for attending the University of Florida. 1-0, swing and a miss by Morissette, and it's 1-1. Likes to use the fastball to change up in the slider. His arsenal, fastball sits in the low 90s. 1-1. Breaking ball, there's the changeup. It misses down and in the dirt, and it's 2-1 on Morissette. Flew out to center field back in the first inning. Leftwich winds, and the 2-1. Swinging a rocket towards Jack Thomas Wold at first. Knocks it down. Will shovel to Leftwich, covering the bag, and it's in time. Nice recovery from Jack Thomas Wold. He chested that ball up out after a couple of hops. It kicked off to his left. He had to go grab it off the foul line and shovel it with his left hand to Leftwich, who was just there at the first base bag in time. So 1 down on that nice pairing there from Leftwich and Wold. And here's Xavier Warren, the third baseman. Leftwich winds and fires first pitch. Slider over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Whitey has gotten really good defense out of its first base position this summer. Seen the combo of Tate Samuelson and Jack Thomas Wold. 0-1. Misses down and in the dirt, and it's now 1 ball and 1 strike here on Warren. In fact, the entire Whitey defense has been really spectacular all season. These are the 2 best fielding teams on the Cape. 1-1 misses a bit low, and the count will go to 2-1. Both are tied for first in fielding percentage at .976, while the Braves have committed with just 1 less error. 26 for Bourne, 27 for Whitey. Leftwich rocks and fires the 2-1, swinging a grounder up the middle, finds its way into center field for a base hit. So Warren collects the second base hit of the evening off of Leftwich as he breaks the streak of 6 in a row retired by Leftwich. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Jimmy Glowinski. And Glowinski at the plate, one of the reasons why this Bourne Braves team is so high up in the fielding rankings here on Cape Cod. Glowinski and Wyatt Young of shortstops that have played at least 100 innings out at short, as the first pitch breaking ball from Leftwich called a strike on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Of shortstops with 100-plus innings out at short, Glowinski ranks first in fielding percentage. Wyatt Young ranks third. Young has committed just 1 error out at short this season. 0-1, swinging a rocket right at Noah Campbell at second. He fields, throws back to first, not in time to double off Xavier Warren. So Noah Campbell played Glowacki perfectly to snag that line drive just to the right of second base. His fire back to first, not in time to get Warren, who wasn't too far off the base. Smart base running there from the Central Michigan product. That will bring up Jared Poland, the designated hitter, two-way player out of Louisville. As a hitter this season, hitting .282 with 2 doubles and 4 RBIs. He doubled back in the second inning, so 3 doubles on the season. First pitch, fouls one off his foot. It's 0-1. So it's not just Young on this infield that's been so solid. At the second base position where Noah Campbell's at right now, the team has just 2 total errors on the season. Leftwich kicks and the 0-1 inside, and it catches a piece of Poland, and he'll jog down to first. A hit by pitch there from Leftwich. He's frustrated. The breaking ball got away from him. So there'll now be 2 on with 2 down, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Cade Beloso. But so over at third, Riley King only has 2 errors on the season. And in fact, the 2 errors at second base actually committed by Wyatt Young, who played a lot of second base earlier in the year and is now the everyday shortstop and the Eastern Division starting shortstop. It's just been a vacuum out there at short. So here's Beloso, the LSU Tiger. Grounded out his first time up, 4-3. First pitch from Leftwich, bounces in the dirt, kicks to the right of Cardenas, and will scoot away from him. Both runners will advance, Warren to third and Poland to second. It'll be a wild pitch there from Leftwich and advance both the runners 90 feet. And the Braves suddenly have both tying runs in scoring position. Cardenas, at times this summer, has struggled to keep balls in front of him. Was a spectacular defender this season at UCLA. Did not commit a single error as the everyday catcher for UCLA. 1-0, misses down on a breaking ball from Leftwich, and it's 2-0. And he in fact was, behind the battery for the #1 pitching staff in the nation. An ERA below 3 as a team. 2-0 from Leftwich. Swinging a ground ball out towards Noah Campbell at second. He fields it on the outfield grass. Throws to first, and it's in time to get Beloso. Campbell has the LSU product played perfectly deep out on the grass at second base. Able to make a strong throw over to first and retire Beloso for out number 3 here in the 4th inning. Leftwich dodges out of trouble. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning here from Red Wilson. It's 2-0 Red Sox here on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Jack Thomas Wold set to lead it off here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. His Red Sox leading 2-0 over the visiting Bourne Braves. Red Sox enter today 2 points behind the Chatham Anglers in the Eastern Division with 40 points at 19, 13, and 2. Swold digs in from the left side, the UNLV sophomore. Ryan Cusick winds, and the first pitch to Wold, swinging a line drive down the right field line, but it hooks foul. And it counts 0-1 on Wold. So Whitey 2 points behind Chatham in the Eastern Division. The Bourne Braves comfortably in fourth place, 11 points in the Western Division, I would say. 13 and 19. 11 points ahead of the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. 0-1, swinging it stung out to right field, but right at the right fielder Kyler Fedko. He'll move a couple steps back and make the catch, and that's the first out of this fourth inning. So on 2 pitches, Wold flies out to right field. That will bring up Riley King, the third baseman. King grounded into a fielder's choice back in the first inning. Entered today hitting .322 as the starting third baseman for the Eastern Division All-Star team. Cusick peeks over his glove, gets his sign from Rivoli behind the plate. First pitch to King. Swing and a miss. And the Georgia Bulldogs behind 0-1. King does most of his damage this season versus left-handers. Hits over 400, 441 versus left-handed hurlers. Has also been hot over his last 10. 343 as the 0-1 misses outside. It's now 1-1 on King. Yesterday was 0 for 1 with a walk in the Cape League All-Star game. Rocks and fires the 1-1. Does Cusick. It swung on and rolled over towards third. Xavier Warren backhands it, makes the throw over to first, and it's in time to get King for out number 2.
The left fielder from the University of South Carolina.
So now 10 in a row retired by Ryan Cusick after 4 of 5 reached to start the ball game. 10 in a row set down by the Wake Forest right-hander. It's really settled in. Here's Andrew Eister, the left fielder for YD today, grounded into a 4-6 fielder's choice back in the first inning. Cusick peers over his glove again. Gets his sign, winds, and the first pitch. Check swing from Eister. Fastball called a strike anyway. At the top shelf of the strike zone. It's 0-1. Outfielders all playing normal depth for Eister. He's got some of the best power on the team, but has been in a struggle apart from his walk-off against Brewster 2 days ago. 0-1, swinging a rocket out to center field to Giacomo. Actually, Fabian going back to his right, and he'll adjust and make the catch in center field for out number 3. So Eister hit it hard, but right at the center fielder Judd Fabian, who makes the easy catch, and that will be the third out of this fourth inning. What's the fifth? It's 2-0 YD here on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network.
Top of the fifth inning here.
From the University of Connecticut, Kyler Fedko.
Kyler Fedko set to lead things off. Jack Leftwich back out on the mound after working around a bit of traffic in the fourth inning. Working out in the fifth as he delivers a first pitch strike. into Kyler Fedko, playing right field out of Yukon. Of course, the brother of Christian Fedko, the Harwich Mariner. 0-1 pitch misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1. The fourth inning was the most taxing for Jack Leftwich. 5 batters came to the plate, and it's the leadoff single for Fedko as he ropes one into left field, and that'll get down in front of Eister, and it's a base hit. So right back into the stretch for Jack Leftwich. Still no action in the YD bullpen, though. As just the 3 hits allowed. Brendan Rivoli will step in now. Flew out to center field his last time up. Fedko gets his lead off of first, and the first pitch is just outside for a ball, 1-0. One-0 pitch from Leftwich is an off-speed pitch. Had Rivoli way out in front, and it's 1-1. On the ground, right side. Campbell, Young for one, across the diamond. Whoa, that's a double play. So the Red Sox roll a pair. It went Campbell to Young to Wold, 4-6-3, and the leadoff single is erased, and there are 2 down in the inning. Good glove work there from the middle infield as they made the quick turn. Special props to Wyatt Young for getting the quick release as Rivoli was hustling down the line. First pitch to Giovanni DiGiacomo. It's in there for a called strike, 0-1, and that's big time for not only the pitch count, but the overall outing for Leftwich. 0-1, misses downstairs, and the count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike. Foul tipped into the glove of Cardenas, and it's now 1-2. This next pitch is pitch number 61, and it's a good one. As Leftwich gets DiGiacomo swinging for the second time today. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Leftwich. We're through 4.5. Leftwich is through 5 shutout innings. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It's still 2-0 Red Sox here on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network.
Leading off the Red Sox.
Bottom of the fifth inning here at Red Wilson Field. Still a 2-0 lead for the Red Sox in this one. 8-9-1 due up. Cardenas, Hall, and Young. Cardenas 0 for 1 on the day. Popped out to second base in his first at-bat. Just missed a home run in the game a couple days ago as that one's blooped into shallow left center field, and that one will be tracked down by Judd Fabian in left center, and that's the first out of the inning. So now Sam Hall will stride to the plate.
The right fielder from
grounded out to third his last time up.
Sam Hall.
Now 11 straight set down by Ryan Cusick as the early trouble is coming back to bite him as he's settled in nicely, but still finds himself trailing without his offense able to produce anything on the other side of the ball. First pitch to Hall. Chopped again towards third base, but this time it trickles foul. And it's 0-1. Hall back in now. Digs that back right foot in. The 0-1 offering misses well outside and will sneak all the way back to the screen, and it's 1-1. Not a ton to win tonight here at Red Wilson Field, as the rain that was in the forecast is pushed back a little bit. Doesn't appear that it's going to hit us until much later this evening, which is a good sign for all involved. Still partly cloudy skies here as there's a good chunk of blue hanging over the field right now. That one again misses in the dirt, and it's 2-1. Sam Hall awaiting the 2-1 offering from Cusick. It's a breaking ball, but it misses low and away. Now 3-1. Three and 1 the count. Big swing and a miss. Sam Hall chased ball 4. And it's now a full count. Payoff pitch incoming to Sam Hall. Fouled back to the screen, and we'll do it again. Sam Hall finds himself in a battle. 3-2 the count, 1 man down in the inning. Red Sox leading 2-0. Red Sox got both their runs back in the first inning. Wyatt Young, Brad Beasley scoring them on RBI singles by Noah Campbell and Jack Thomas Wold back-to-back. Payoff pitch, chop foul once again towards the Whitey dugout, and Sam Hall continues to battle. Ever since then, Cusick has shut down this Whitey offense. As the Red Sox yet to have a base runner since that first inning. 2 runs on 3 hits for the Red Sox. No runs on 3 hits for the Bourne Braves this evening. That one's roped up the middle, and that'll be a base hit for Sam Hall as he wins the battle. First base runner since the first inning for the Red Sox as Sam Hall reaches. And now Wyatt Young will bat with the runner on and 1 man down.
Wyatt Young.
Wyatt Young, 3rd at-bat of the day. Reached on a walk. It's 0 for 1. entered the day pacing the Cape League in hitting after some recent slumps from a couple people in front of him. Sam Hall's going. The throw is in there, but not in time as Hall swipes second easily. You had to figure Hall was a threat to run, had 30 steals for the Clemson Tigers this past spring, and gets in there with a headlong dive as Scott Pickler sending him right away. It's a pitch miss for a ball. It's 1-0 to Wyatt Young, and now Sam Hall is in scoring position. Wyatt Young out of the day, 366, a couple ticks ahead of Max Troiani of Orleans. Zach DeLoach and Nick Gonzalez have had recent struggles over the past week or so and have seen their averages dip. Austin Wells sits 7th in the league at 325. And Riley King at 322 is 9th. That one also inside, and it's a quick 3-0 count to Wyatt Young. No one throwing in the Bourne bullpen. Wyatt Young ahead in the count 3-0. Interesting to see if he gets the green light here. Glowinski holds on Sam Hall at second base. Now backs off. 3-0 pitch to Young. He did get the green light and sliced it foul and out of play, and it's now 3 balls, 1 strike. Sam Hall waits on second base. Wyatt Young in the box with his 366 average. 37 hits and 101 at-bats. 6 doubles, 2 triples, no home runs, now 20 RBI on the season. As that one's skied into right field, Sam Hall will retreat back to second to tag. He'll bluff, and it's a good throw from Kyler Fedko in right. And it's now 2 down in the inning with Brad Beasley stepping up to the plate.
Center fielder from Cal Poly San Luis Obispo.
Beasley 1 for 2 on the day.
Beasley.
Singled and scored a run in the first, then struck out in the third. As he looks to not waste Sam Hall's 1-out single and then ensuing stolen base. Austin Wells waits on deck should Brad Beasley reach base. First pitch is grounded up the middle. Fielded on a hop by Glowinski over to first, and that'll end the inning. So Cusick works around the 1-out single as Sam Hall is stranded at second base. We head to the top of the 6th inning here. Still 2-0 Red Sox. You're listening to Red Sox Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Top of the order for the Bravos here in inning number 6. Fabian steps in, Florida Gator, and it's 1-0. Judd Fabian has struck out twice against his teammate. This one's skied high off the right side. Jack Thomas Wold giving it a look, but it'll get just out of play towards the snack bar, and it's 1-1. Bragging rights certainly on the line in this one between Jack Leftwich and Judd Fabian, and currently it has been all Leftwich. That one's grounded, also foul, and it's 1-2.
And one of the D1 baseball writers are here today. He was out here scouting these two teams, and he's noting that Leftwich throughout most of the game sitting 90-91 on his fastball, and then when Fabian's up, all of a sudden on that second strikeout, jumped to 93.
Dialing it up for his teammate, as it's now 2-2. Two pitch just off the plate inside, and the count runs full. A lot of zeros up on the scoreboard today. As Leftwich and Cusick have gone toe-to-toe in this one. That one's on the line. Noah Campbell will range to his left and make the snag for the first out of the inning. Good play from Noah Campbell, who was shaded a bit up the middle as that one was hit on the line, but he was able to snare it out of the air. And it's now the one down here in the inning, and Cody Morissette steps to the plate. First pitch to Morissette is downstairs. .1-0 pitch from Leftwich incoming. That one's a breaking ball dropped in there on the outer half, and it's 1-1. One pitch misses high and wide, and it's now 2-1. Morissette, the Boston College Eagle, 0 for 2 on the day. Flew out to Brad Beasley on a great leaping catch in center field in the first. That one is roped and snared by Riley King at third base. Throw over to first is in time. Riley King on the dive. What a play from the Georgia third baseman, and there are 2 down in the inning.
Third baseman.
Well, that's a tricky play. You get one chance to pick your spot where you're putting your glove to snag that one, and King chose the right spot, a nice one hop into his mitt, and an easy throw over to first once he makes that play, and just more showcasing how good this infield has been defensively. Just all over. It's just been vacuums.
First pitch from Leftwich to Xavier Warren is in there for a called strike, 0-1.
And there's been a couple balls today against Leftwich that have been hit hard, and his defense has made some nice plays behind him to keep him out of further trouble.
That one goes all the way back to the backstop off the plate inside, and it's 1-1. And to your point, TJ, you think about it, that Campbell line drive snag right there rolled a crucial double play in the top of the 5th inning that got him out of a one-on situation. Riley King with the snag there. Brad Beasley with his catch in center field earlier in the game. Morissette's now been robbed twice in this one, as he was the victim of that Brad Beasley catch in the first, leaping right in front of the fence. So a lot of good defense from this Whitey team here tonight. 2-1 pitch to Warren. High and wide, and it's 3-1. Three-one pitch. Just a bit wide, and that's a 2-out walk for Jack Leftwich. He wanted that one.
And that's his first walk of the game.
The shortstop from
Didn't miss by a whole lot. He's been exquisite around the strike zone today, but that one just misses off by a hair. And the first bump in the road we've seen in a while from Leftwich.
This is already Leftwich's longest start of the summer. had gone 5 1/3 in his second outing against Harwich. Surpassed that by 1 out here, looking to finish out the 6th inning. So that one's chopped foul up the third base line. And it's quickly 0-1. There's some action now down in the Red Sox bullpen. I'm sure Scott Pickler and Jack Leftwich both want him to finish this inning. 0-1. On the ground right at Wyatt Young. He'll go the short way to second, and that'll end the inning. So Leftwich through 6 clean shutout innings, his longest start of the season for YD. The Red Sox still up 2-0. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning here on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network.
Austin Wells.
Austin Wells will lead things off as it's the heart of the order. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Red Sox. Still leading by a score of 2-0 here. Andre Sims, TJ Mathewson with you. It's Austin Wells 0 for 1 on the day, had a sac fly back in the first inning as he looks for his first hit of the afternoon. Still facing Ryan Cusick on the mound, out for his 6th inning. That one's roped over the head of Cade Beloso at first, and right on cue, Austin Wells into the score sheet with a hit.
Well, Austin Wells, 3rd time now seeing Cusick. It's rare here on the Cape that you're going to get to see someone 3 times, and Austin 0 for 2 against him. Gets an idea. He's seen the arsenal of Cusick. Gets that fastball, that low 90s fastball right on the inner half, and he's ready for it. He jumps all over it. An easy line drive into right for his first base hit of the ball game.
So now Noah Campbell will step in, had an RBI single back in the first to get the Red Sox on the board. Austin Wells running on the pitch. The throw is not in time as Wells slides in safely for his 8th stolen bag of the year. That's a catcher. That is a catcher by trade, easily swiping second base.
8 for 8 and leading the team in steals. I mean, his athleticism is just something. I mean, he's a catcher, yes. He's brought up as a catcher, but we've seen you could put him in a number of places, and he'd be absolutely fine.
At this point, I'm convinced Austin Wells could play any position on the diamond without hesitation. Put him at second base, I'm sure he'd be fine. Shortstop, absolutely. 0-1 pitch to Campbell. Way inside, but snagged behind the plate by Rivoli, and it's 1-1.
The fact that he has not gotten caught this summer, the more volume you have, of course, you are eventually going to get caught. But he's picked his situations well. He really has, and that another great example.
1-1 pitch to Campbell is a breaking ball that dips downstairs, and it's 2-1.
And another thing about Cusick, maybe not expecting Wells to steal there, and Cusick in his windup, he takes a little bit to get to the plate, even out of the stretch. So it really makes it easier for a good athlete like Wells to get in there in front of the tag.
Two-1 to Campbell. That one just dots the outside corner, and it's 2-2. That RBI from Campbell was his 18th on the season. So that one's flared off the fist, and that one will be caught in center field by Judd Fabian as he tracks it down. Wells had to hold until it was caught, so no advance from him. And that's the first out of the inning.
From the University of Nevada, Las Vegas.
So now Jack Thomas Wold will step in. RBI single himself to his credit. Looking for another opportunity with Austin Wells on second base. With his recent hot streak, Wells now up to 3 home runs, 16 RBI. UNLV Rebel from Boulder City, Nevada. First pitch to him misses away, and it's 1-0. It would appear that Jack Leftwich's day is done. As Chase Walter is throwing down in the Red Sox bullpen. So should that be the end of the day, it was an outstanding 6 shutout innings for Leftwich. 1-0 pitch to Wold. Rope down the right field line. Will it stay fair? It will not, as it drops foul just in front of the fence. And it's 1-1. Wold digs back in after the loud strike one. Looking to straighten that one out and get it in the gap and score Wells. 1-1. That one just on the inside corner, called a strike by home plate umpire Rick Emerson, and it's 1-2. After Wold is Riley King. One-two pitch incoming as time is called. Despite the 2 runs allowed, Cusick has been fantastic in this one. Largely keeping this Whitey lineup at bay since the first inning, putting up nothing but zeros and matching Jack Leftwich. Red Sox looking to push across some insurance run as we enter the later innings of this ball game. Wold keeps his hands back. The appeal to first. John Putala says no. And it's 2-2. Wold battling here. No batting gloves as per usual. Batting from the left side, awaiting the 2-2. Here it is. Spoiled foul and out of play off the left-hand side, and it's still 2-2. Pitch count for Cusick sits at 77 right now. We usually see the number for most Cape League pitchers around 85. So this figures that this is it. Whether he finishes this inning or gets roughed around, you probably won't see him past this frame. Two balls, 2 strikes. Still to Jack Thomas Wold. Cusick comes set. Now delivers. And that one is rocketed high and deep into right field, but in the yard. Austin Wells will wait to tag. Kyler Fedko's shown he has a good arm, and he shows it off there again as that one hops Warren at third. Would have hosed Austin Wells had he tried to advance. And now there's 2 down in the inning, and it's Riley King will look to drive Wells in.
University of Georgia, Riley King.
So Kyler Fedko's had a couple of opportunities now to show off the arm to the scouts in attendance, and has unleashed a couple of strong, very accurate throws to really discourage any advance from these widey runners on base. Riley King now steps in. Reached on a fielder's choice in the first and then grounded out to his opposite third baseman in his second at-bat in the fourth. Looking for the 2-out RBI. Swings over the top of an off-speed pitch, and it's quickly 0-1. Riley King, one of the 4 All-Stars, Georgia Bulldog. Six foot, 195 pounds. That one's high and tight, a little chin music there from Cusick, and it's 1-1. .29 hits in 26 games for Riley King. Just 8 RBI, though, looking for RBI number 9. His best day came when he hit 2 home runs a couple weeks ago. That was against Brewster on July 11th. That one was a big swing and a miss as he once again goes over the top of an off-speed pitch, and it's 1-2. The OPS for Riley King sits just over 800 at 809. Slugging at an even 444. Austin Wells still on second base. Leadoff single, then stole a base before Noah Campbell and Jack Thomas Wold each flew out to center and left, respectively. Beg your pardon, center and right field. King fouls off the 1-2 offering back to the screen, and it's 1-2. Brady Corrigan out in left field retrieving an errant ball that got away in the bullpen. And now play set to resume. 1-2 the count to Riley King. Here's the pitch. That one chopped on the ground to Warren. He'll field the high hop, go across the diamond to first, and that'll end the inning. The Red Sox don't capitalize on their first runner in scoring position since the first inning. As Wells is stranded on second base. It's still 2-0. We head to the top of the 7th inning. You're listening to Red Sox Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. It is not Chase Walter to start the 7th inning. It is indeed still Jack Leftwich, as he is out for his 7th inning of work. The first time any pitcher that has started a game for the Red Sox has started the 7th inning, as Leftwich's first pitch out of the windup in the 7th is downstairs for a ball, 1-0. TJ Mathewson, Andre Sims here with you, and TJ and I were discussing how long of a leash Leftwich has here in this inning. Pitch count now at 80 as that one's grounded up the middle. Wyatt Young will not quite be able to field as that sneaks under the glove, and we'll see if that alone will bring Scott Pickler out of the dugout.
Chase Walter is hot and ready in the Red Sox bullpen.
The first baseman from Louisiana State University.
No sign of Scott Pickler yet. Giving Leftwich a little bit of trust here in the inning. And he's earned it with the way he's pitched tonight. 6 shutout innings so far, now 6+. As now Cade Beloso will step in. He's got a pair of groundouts to Noah Campbell. First pitch to him. In there for a called strike. And it's 0-1. Leftwich working out of the stretch once again. Poland on first, his second hit of the ball game. That one just misses off the outer half. Leftwich wanted that one, and the count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike. Walter appears ready down there in the pen. 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, and it's now 1-2. Kyler Fedko waits on deck. 1 for 2 on the day. 1-2 pitch. It was a good one, but Cade Beloso spat on it, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Leftwich out of the stretch, the 2-2. Swing and a miss, he got him. And that'll bring Scott Pickler out of the dugout. 6 1/3 excellent scoreless innings for Jack Leftwich, as he will now give way to Chase Walter.
Fans, the 99
Is now officially the longest outing of the season for a Whitey Red Sox pitcher.
This summer,
and it was an excellent one. 6 1/3 scoreless innings, just 4 hits allowed and 1 walk and 5 strikeouts for the Florida righty. As now Chase Walter will enter the game and take over on the bump. We'll be right back with all of his numbers in the rest of the 7th inning here on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. So Kyler Fedko now steps in to face the new arm, Chase Walter. As he bats with 1 on and 1 down, as the first pitch from Walter is a good off-speed pitch snapped in there, and Fedko swings over the top of it, and it's 0-1. Chase Walter, 6'7", 235 out of Western Carolina, Peachtree, Georgia native. He's been roughed up in a few of his outings, including 5 earned in his debut against Orleans. Hasn't given up anything less than 2 this season in his 3 appearances. This is appearance number 4. That's another breaking ball, this time in the dirt, but dug out behind the plate by Cardenas, and it's 1-1. Does have 9 strikeouts, 3 walks. Came in a tough situation in his last outing against Harwich, inherited a bases loaded, no one out situation. Got a strikeout first before issuing a walk, and that slowly snowballed into the 2 earned runs over the course of the inning. Did pick up the win against these Bourne Braves back on July 16th. Went 2 innings, did give up 2 earned, but the Red Sox offense then exploded for 6. That one's on the ground, could be a pair. Campbell to Young, over to first. And that's a double play to get the Red Sox out of the 7th inning. So Walter comes in, does his job, induces the 4-6-3 double play to get out of the inning. Walter gets them out of the jam, and as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, it's stretch time at Red Wilson Field. Whitey still leads 2-0 here on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network.
New arm out there here in the bottom of the 7th inning for the Bourne Braves. They trail 2-0 here against the Waddy Red Sox. It's Nick Troglick Iverson, the junior out of Gonzaga, right-hander out of Ontario, Canada. So he'll step in. Former 15th round pick in the 2018 MLB draft by the Milwaukee Brewers, but opted to come to school. He's had a spectacular summer. This will be his 11th appearance. He's got a save in 15 2/3. He's struck out 7 and walked 4. He'll get the bottom third of the Whitey order. Andrew Eister, Noah Cardenas, and Sam Hall. First pitch to Eister, swinging a chopper out toward shortstop. Glowinski over from his position at short. Wines throws over to first, and it's in time. Pretty play by Jimmy Glowinski at short. He ranges over to his left, fields, spins, and throws in time to get Eister for the first out of the 7th inning. A pretty play from one of the slickest fielding shortstops out here on the Cape. We touched on earlier, these are the 2 best fielding teams. Two fewest errors on the Cape and the two best fielding percentages. First pitch to the UCLA freshman Cardenas. Breaking ball misses outside, and it's 1-0. Troglik Iverson, formerly of Central Arizona Community College before going to Gonzaga. 1-0, swinging a chopper. Glowenke's going to get another one. On 2 hops, he fields, throws over to first, and it's in time to get Cardenas for out number 2. Another easy play, much more routine that time for Glowenke, and there's quickly 2 down. And Sam Hall will come to the plate for the 3rd time. Had a long at-bat his last time up, and then roped a single into center field. And then would swipe second, was left straight in over there though. Red Sox have been unable to cash in since the 1st inning. They lead just 2-0 here in the bottom of the 7th. 2 outs, first pitch to Hall. Swinging a chopper towards third base, picked out by the dirt by Warren. He winds, fires over to first, and it's easy 1-2-3 inning for Nick Troglik Iverson. 3 groundouts, retires the Red Sox in order. What to the 8th inning? It's 2-0 YD here on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Eight, 9, and 1 due up in this Bourne lineup as we head to the top of the 8th inning. Here at Red Wilson Field, it's the Red Sox 2 and the Braves nothing. It's Brendan Rivoli, Giovanni DiGiacomo, and Judd Fabian set to come to the plate against Chase Walter. Got a ground ball double play to end the 7th inning in relief of Jack Leftwich. First pitch from the Western Carolina Catamount. Fastball over on the outside corner. And it's 0-1. A lot of intrigue with Walter on the mound. I peer down in front of me. Scouts all have their radar guns up. They're stalkers to track Walter as the 6'7 righty fires one. Fastball skips inside, and it's 1-1. But some velo there from Walter despite the lackluster numbers. I mean, anytime a guy strikes out 114 batters over 93 innings as a starter, no matter what league, you'll be intrigued. And there's plenty of velo there from Walter. Seen the fastball and the breaking ball from him. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a line drive, drifting down the left field side, but it hooks foul. And the count will go to 1-2. Rivoli today, 0 for 2. He grounded into a double play his last time out in the 5th inning. And then flew out to center in the 3rd. Walter peering in at Noah Cardenas, still behind the plate for YD. White Young, the shortstop, shaded up the middle. 1-2, swinging a ground ball right at Young. She had him played perfectly. Fields on the run will throw over to first, and it's in time to get Rivoli for out number 1. So the shift pays off for YD. Wyatt Young just had to come a few steps in to field that ball and fire one over to first. And it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here for Giovanni DiGiacomo.
From the University of Pittsburgh, number 21.
It's going to be Kyle Hess. So Hess into pinch hit here in the 8th inning. In replace of DiGiacomo, ends his day 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Both against Jack Leftwich, 2 of the 5. Walter sets first pitch. Fastball misses a bit low, and it's 1-0. So Hess out of pit. He bats left-handed. The outfielder, 6 foot, 190 pounds. So the 1-0 misses a bit low, and it's now 2-0. Hess, the sophomore out of Mount Joy, Pennsylvania. 2-0. Fastball stays away, and it's now 3-0. 2-0 wide eight. 2 runs on 5 hits for the Red Sox. No runs on 4 hits for the Bourne Braves. Pinch hitter Kyle Hess ahead 3-0. Pitch from Walter. Fastball misses high, and that's ball 4. So Kyle Hess steps to the plate and watches 4 pitches miss. And he'll take his free pass, the first walk of the game for Chase Walter, and just the second for Bourne. This is a Bourne Braves team that doesn't walk a whole lot. As now Judd Fabian, the Florida Gator, will step to the plate. The leadoff man is 0 for 3 all against Jack Leftwich. 2 strikeouts and a ground out to second. First pitch to Fabian, swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. It's a Braves team that walks the fewest of any Cape League team. They've walked 100 and 101 times now here this season. That's dead last. Here's the 0-1, swing and a pop fly, foul territory first base side. Jack Thomas Wold moving over to his left, peering up for it in the sky. He finds it and makes the catch around his waist level for out number 2. Good play from Jack Thomas Wold, drifting towards the Bourne dugout on the first base side, able to find it in foul territory and make the catch for the second out of the inning. So Cody Morissette, the second baseman, will dig in. He's 0 for 3 as well, a fly out and a pair of ground outs. This ground out back in the 4th inning, a pretty play, the combination of Jack Thomas Wold and Jack Leftwich. First pitch from Walter, it looked like a changeup there over on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Hess off of first base. He's yet to steal a bag this summer. 0-1, there he goes. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw down to second. Tag is not in time. Good throw from Noah Cardenas behind the plate and a quick tag from Wyatt Young. But Hess just able to dive to the back corner of the bag and swipe his first base of the summer. It was a good pitch to throw on, too. It looked like a changeup on the outside corner. Gave Cardenas a clean lane to throw from. So it'll be 0-2 here on Morissette. Walter winds and fires, check swing, and it looks like Morissette went around. Rick Emerson behind the plate said he did. And that'll be the strikeout here to end the 8th inning. Swinging strikeout for Chase Walter, his first here tonight. So a 1-out walk reaches and steals second base in the form of Kyle Hess, but he's left stranded there thanks to the strikeout from Chase Walter. What to the bottom of the 8th inning here from Red Wilson Field. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Braves nothing here on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Top of the Red Sox order set to come to the plate here in the top half of the 8th inning. Wyatt Young, Brad Beasley, Austin Wells. Still out there on the mound is Nick Troglick Iverson. Briefly breezed through the first inning. First pitch to Young. his first inning, back in the 7th inning. First pitch misses down inside to Young. It's 1-0. It took just 4 pitches for Iverson to get through that bottom half of the 7th as the 0-1 misses outside. It's now 1-1. He's already halfway there. Just 2 pitches to Wyatt Young. Red Sox were aggressive and came up empty in the 7th. 1-1. Breaking ball misses away, and it's now 2-1 on Young. The Pepperdine product in the league's leading hitter is 0 for 2 with the walk and a run scored today. 2-1. Fastball misses down and inside, and it's now 3 balls and a strike on Young. Got the start in the leadoff spot, and that shortstop for the Eastern Division yesterday in the All-Star game was 1 for 2. 3-1. Down and away, ball 4. So on 5 pitches, Wyatt Young will draw the walk and jog down to first base. And the Red Sox have the leadoff base runner on here in the 8th inning.
From Cal Poly San Luis Obispo.
So Brad Beasley will step to the plate. The Cal Poly product is 1 for 3. The run scored on a single back in the first. He's then struck out and grounded out to short. Beasley steps in, bats right-handed, the junior. Wyatt Young will lead off of first. He's got 6 steals. Turning a throw over to first by Troglick Iverson, and Young dives back in time. Bourne defense shaded up the middle. Glowinski and Morissette looking to turn the double play. First pitch to Beasley. Fastball rides high, and it's 1-0.
At the main concession, hot dogs and hamburgers are now half price.
It's now a bit of an overcast night here at Red Wilson Field. It's been a wacky weather day. Sun was out in the morning. Then it rained about 12:30 up until around 2 o'clock. Then the sun came back out. 1-0 to Beasley. Misses down low, and the count's 2-0. So the sun comes back out. First pitch is still moved up to 4:45. There's expected some rain showers later tonight. So trying to avoid those, get this game in. It looks like they are doing. 2-0 to Beasley. Swinging a line drive into center field. Fabian drifts over to his right, and he's there in the gap to make the catch. Young, a few feet off of first, will turn and retreat back to second. Beasley scorched it, but right in the tracks of Judd Fabian makes the catch, and that's the first down of this 8th inning. Red Sox will be traveling 3 hours west to Hartford, Connecticut tomorrow to face the Wareham Gatemen, the 4th game of the season against the Gatemen, 4th and final, unless the two meet up in the Cape League Championship Series. 2nd year in a row, the Red Sox and the Gatemen have squared off in Hartford as Troglick Iverson fires over to first, trying to catch Young leading, and he dives back in time. It was a fun game. Red Sox topped the Gatemen 5-0 last season on a masterful pitching performance. In fact, it was Leftwich's teammate Tommy Mace that got the start in that game. Fired 5 shutout innings. There goes Young from first pitch, misses outside. Throw down to second, not in time. A bit of a poor throw there from Rivoli behind the plate. It took a couple of hops to second base, and Young able to slide feet first into the back part of the bag and get his 7th steal of the summer. But anyway, as I was saying, you had Tommy Mace out there. Jack Leftwich, the starter today for YD, in his final start of the summer, fired 5 scoreless innings. It's expected that Jack Leftwich will be starting tomorrow. Or not Jack Leftwich, John Beller will be starting tomorrow for the Red Sox. As the 1-0 misses outside, it's now 2-0 to Wells, and Rivoli now out to have a quick conversation with Troglick Iverson. But it's a fun game. The bus leaves here at about 6:30 for YD. Wareham can leave a little bit later. They have a little bit more leeway. Wareham about 45 minutes to an hour away here from Yarmouth to head west to Hartford, Connecticut. The 2nd ever game played outside of the state of Massachusetts. But it was a fun day for both sides. Breaking ball on the 2-0 misses well up and outside to Wells, and it's now 3-0. And it was fun. You had the Hartford product, Nathan Florence, for Wareham pitched that game. He went 4 on 1 hit, gave up a run. It was a solo home run to Austin Wells' teammate Nick Quintana. Well, Quintana now professional. 3-0. Fastball misses away for ball 4, and Wells will take his free base. So Wells tosses the bat aside, and we'll head down to first base. The second walk of the inning for Troglick Iverson, and his 6th on the summer. But overall, just a really fun night. Just 3 Red Sox. Tommy Mace, Ty Madrigal, and Trent Denholm needed to shut down the Gateman. Seen Denholm this summer. Had 3 starts for YD. Didn't give up a run. Has yet to give up a run in his Cape League career. 32 2/3 scoreless. Troglick Iverson sets. Here's Noah Campbell. First pitch. Misses down and outside, and it's a ball. 1-0 to Campbell. Troglick Iverson cannot buy a strike right now. But Brent Beasley, second-year Red Sox, played in that game, came in the 6th inning. Noah Campbell as well, and an RBI single in the 6th inning of that ball game. As the 1-0 swing and a scorcher into left center field. It drops on a couple of hops for a base hit. Wyatt Young rounds third. He'll come home to score. Fabian's throw cut off by the shortstop Glowenke, and Campbell makes Troglick Iverson pay with the free passes. An RBI single to center field drives home the 3rd YD run, and the first since the first inning. It's 3-0 Red Sox. A nice, easy line drive out to left center field. Hard hit off the bat of Campbell. Wells advances to second. Campbell stays over on at first. And now a visit on the mound again with Troglick Iverson, as he is struggling mightily after an easy 1-2-3 7th inning. He's allowed a walk, a sharp line out to center, another walk, and then a line drive base hit to Noah Campbell. So the Bourne pitching coach will stroll back to their first base dugout, as Troglick Iverson's now going to have to deal with Jack Thomas Wold, who is 1 for 3, an RBI single back in the first inning. Luke Waddell, who appeared with Whitey earlier this season before heading to Team USA, appeared in that Hartford game as well. Was 0 for 3 with a walk. Troglick Iverson sats, and the first pitch to Wold. Breaking ball misses low. Check swing appeal to John Putala. Out standing near second base. He didn't go around. It's 1-0. But Dunkin' Donuts Park opened in April 13th, 2017, as Wold smokes the 0-1 deep right center field. This chases Fabian back. He shows his numbers, and it one-hops the wall. Wells will come home to score. Campbell held up at third. Jack Thomas Wold cruises into second. An RBI double from the YD first baseman. It's now 4-0 Red Sox. A couple of balls here in this inning against Nick Troglick Iverson have been absolutely hammered. Back-to-back base hits from Noah Campbell and Jack Thomas Wold have driven in a pair and added 2 more on the scoreboard here in the bottom of the 8th. So 4-0 YD, and Riley King will step to the plate. King 0 for 3, a fielder's choice and a pair of ground outs. As now Harvey Shapiro out of the dugout on the first base side, and that's going to do it here for Nick Troglick Iverson. Yet only gets 1 out here in the 8th inning. An inning and a third for the Gonzaga product, as he's gotten shelled for 2 runs. Responsible for the 2 runners on base. And we'll head to a break as the Bourne Braves making a pitching change. It's 4-0 Red Sox here on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Out of UMass Amherst, it's going to be the sophomore Sean Harney out on the bump, 6 foot, 185 right-hander out of Nonnoc, Massachusetts. And it'll be Riley King to step in with 2 on and just 1 out. Already 2 runs in for YD here in the bottom of the 8th inning. King, the Georgia Bulldog, bats right-handed. First pitch, swinging a line drive into left field, drops in for a base hit. Campbell will jog home and score easily. Wold is held at third. The 3rd straight RBI knock from the Red Sox as an RBI single from Riley King on the first pitch. Welcome to the game, Sean Harney, as he greets the right-hander out of UMass with a base hit. It drives in Campbell, and it's now 5-0 YD. This offense for YD has come alive here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. When they've needed insurance runs, they've gotten them. And now it's going to be Ron Washington Jr. in to hit for YD.
Ron attends the University
Out of Pitt.
Pittsburgh.
So we'll see him here in the 8th inning. Washington steps in. Sophomore out of Pitt. First pitch. Harney will set. Runners off the corners. A long pause. First pitch to Washington. Fastball called a strike. And it's 0-1. Washington 1 for 3 so far in his Cape League career, activated, in fact, at Bourne when the Red Sox played there a few days ago. The sophomore out of Pitt, you might recognize the name Ron Washington Jr., but no relation to the former Texas Rangers coach. 0-1, swinging a chopper, foul at home plate, and it's 0-2. Washington, a really high recruit in Pitt, was a 2018 third-team All-ACC as a freshman. Had some solid power numbers, 7 doubles, 6 homers as a freshman. Up that to 17 doubles as a sophomore, but just 2 home runs. He's got a ton of raw power. Just watching him in BP, he's got some bat speed. 0-2. Fastball misses away, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. And was even flashing some first-round potential out of high school. Competed in some really big events. A native of Houston, Texas, and attended Ridge Point High School. Was the number 28 outfielder in the country. Check swing on the 1-2. Appeal down to first. And they'll call it strike 3, actually. Rick Emerson rings up Ron Washington as he checks swing strikeouts. There on the 1-2 pitch. And now Noah Cardenas will step to the plate. The first strikeout for Sean Harney. Braves not out of the woods yet. Cardenas 0 for 3 today. Entered today hitting .273. Freshman catcher out of UCLA. Harney sets. And the first pitch from the UMass product. Breaking ball misses low, and it's 1-0. Sam Hall waits on deck. Red Sox have really broken out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 3 runs. Now set their total at 5 on 8 hits. Harney sets at the belt. 1-0 from the righty. Fastball. Called a strike. And it's 1-1. Cardenas got his first extra base hit of the season a couple days ago in the walk-off against Brewster. Really helped jumpstart the 9th inning rally. He followed that Eric Tolman solo home run in that 9th inning. So Red Sox enter trailing 5-3. And Tolman hits a solo home run. Cardenas doubles, and the rest follows from there. 1-1. Caught on and missed, and the count's 1-2 on Cardenas. And there's a fielder's choice from Wyatt Young. And then Brad Beasley, a single. Austin Wells, a single. An intentional walk to Noah Campbell. And then Andrew Eister capped it all off, a walk-off RBI knock. That would send the Red Sox to their 19-13 record that they currently possess. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Cardenas. The right-hander out of UMass, Harney sets. He rocks and fires the 1-2. Breaking ball well outside. Rivoli dodges to his right and smothers it in the dirt. And the count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wold down at third base. King on over at first. They both reached on RBI knocks. They've driven in 2 of the 3 runs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. A couple arms loosening in the wide E pen. Harney sets. 2-2. Swing and a chopper, foul, and it dribbles back to our left in front of the Whitey dugout. The count stays at 2-2. So I see Brady Corrigan standing up in the Whitey bullpen. Also saw Carlos Lamelli loosening earlier in the game. We'll see who it is to finish the ninth, if not Chase Walter. Jake Palmer hanging out there with them as well. But I doubt we get to see him pitch. 2-2 on its way to Cardenas. Right here. Swinging a chopper off the foot of Noah. Dribbles off to the first base side. And the count stays at 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, two outs here in the bottom of the eighth inning. Whitey up 5-0 over Bourne. Braves have lost their last two, trying to avoid making. And delivers the payoff pitch. There goes the runner from first, and King, it's a swing and a foul right at home plate. Cardenas able to just stay alive on that one, and the count will stay full at 3-2. Red Sox head off to Hartford tomorrow to face the Wareham Gatemen. A fun side for both teams, and the Bourne Braves will head to Katuitt and Lowell Park to face the Kettleers tomorrow. Again, 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Noah Cardenas. Right-hander Harney sets. The payoff pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 3. Finally, Harney wins the battle. He strikes out the last 2 Whitey Red Sox here in the 8th inning. Ron Washington Jr. and Noah Cardenas both down swinging, as Harney is able to put out the fire here in the 8th inning. Red Sox tack on 3 more. It's now 5-0 Whitey. And Brady Corrigan from Arizona State in to close it out for the Red Sox. We'll step aside and come back with the top of the 9th inning here from Red Wilson Field. It's 5-0 Whitey over Bourne here on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Back here at Red Wilson Field for the top of the 9th inning. It'll be Xavier Warren, Jimmy Glowenke, and Jared Poland set to come to the plate. Their Braves trail by 5 runs. Brady Corrigan, the Sun Devil out of Arizona State, fires the first pitch. Breaking ball on the inside corner to Warren. It catches the strike zone, and it's 0-1. So 3, 4, and 5, the last hope here tonight for Bourne. 0-1. Fastball called a strike on the inside corner, and it's quickly 0-2. Corrigan, the sophomore out of ASU, has had a bit of a rough summer. He's going to get the chance to close it out here. 0-2 on the way from the righty. Fastball misses outside, and it's now 1-2. A 7.71 ERA for Corrigan. It's his 8th appearance of the summer. In 9 1/3 innings, he struck out 8, walked 7. had some troubles with the walks and the base hits. 9 hits allowed in those 9 innings. 7 walks. Corrigan working quickly. 1-2. Breaking ball fouled back. And it stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brady, a spot starter, as well as the most used bullpen arm for Tracy Smith at Arizona State this season. Has not seen quite the frequency of the appearances. As the right-hander kicks the 1-2, swinging a fly ball out to left center field. Beasley chasing it back towards the warning track, and he's there in left center field to make the catch. That ball carried him a little bit more than it looked like off the bat. Beasley raced way over from his spot in center field, able to get it way out in left center, and makes the catch for out number 1. A spectacular play right there for the first down of the inning.
Jimmy Glowinski.
So here's Jimmy Glowinski, the shortstop, has made a couple nice plays out in the field today for Bourne, but is 0 for 3. Hardest hit ball line out back in the 4th inning to Noah Campbell. First pitch from Corrigan, swinging a ground ball past Jack Thomas Wold at first and into right field for a base hit. So Glowinski up there swinging at the first pitch, grounds one through the hole on the right side, and that will put a runner on for the Braves and Jared Poland to come to the plate. 1 on and 1 out. Poland today has reached all 3 times. A double in the 2nd, a hit by pitch in the 4th, and a single in the 7th.
From the University of Louisville, Jared Poland.
So Poland, the Louisville product and two-way player, will dig in. Has pitched a few games for the Braves this season and has had a solid year at the plate too. Now with the 2 hits today, probably up near 300. First pitch, breaking ball, misses high. And the count's 1-0, probably the changeup there from Corrigan. He features a fastball, a curveball, and a changeup. An all Pac-12 honorable mention this season. Right-hander Corrigan sets, and the 1-0. Breaking ball, there's the slider, check swing. They appeal down to first, and Brian Troupe said that Poland went around, and it's 1-0. So Poland bats right-handed, digs back in. Right-hander Corrigan sets, and the 1-1. Breaking ball, swing and a miss again, and it's 1-2 on Poland. A couple of nice breaking balls from Brady. Corrigan has worked him ahead. Poland's pitched in 5 games, has a 5.4 ERA for the Braves this summer, and a 2-1 record. At the plate, in 12 games, he's been to the plate 40 times. 1-2, swinging a line drive up the middle, brushes the hat off of Corrigan and into center field for a base hit. So back-to-back base knocks for the Braves. After the first out of this 9th inning was caught by Brad Beasley in center, Jimmy Glowinski and Jared Poland have knocked back-to-back base hits. That'll bring up Cade Beloso, the first baseman. Beloso 0 for 3 with the strikeout. He struck out swinging, the final out of the appearance of Jack Leftwich back in the 7th inning. So Corrigan peers in. He'd love a double play ball right here. Wyatt Young playing behind the bag at second. First pitch. Fastball right down the middle, called a strike, and it's 0-1. So Young shading Beloso to pull. So is Noah Campbell at second base, shaded out onto the outfield grass. Brad Beasley's playing deep in center. Normal depth for the corners, and Jake Palmer, who's now into the game here in the 9th inning. And Sam Hall, 0-1. Fastball again called a strike, and it's 0-2. We've seen both teams make great plays with the gloves today. The 2 best fielding teams on the game. Corrigan peers in, gets his sign from Cardenas. The Arizona State righty fires home the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Corrigan elevates with the fastball and blows away Cade Beloso for the 2nd out of this 9th inning. Sets him up with back-to-back breaking balls, then changes the eye level with a fastball that sits in the high 80s right around his eyes. And the count, and there'll be 2 outs, and Kyler Fedko will step to the plate. Fedko, the Yukon Husky today, was 1 for 3. He's flown out to right, grounded into a double play, and single. He steps in with 2 on and 2 out here in the top of the 9th inning. Corrigan sets a couple taps of his left foot, and the first pitch. Breaking ball, the slider misses well outside, and it's 1-0. The sun's starting to peek back out here in the 9th inning, although heavy rain is expected later. Almost 100% chance of rain tomorrow morning here in Yarmouth. Thankfully, Red Sox will be in Hartford, although rain expected there as well. Both Wareham and Whitey expected to show up and play that ball game, though, tomorrow. 1-0. Breaking ball called a strike, and it's 1-1. Down there next to the dugout, pregame, talked to Pick a little bit about it, and he said, yeah, we're expecting to play. Despite the rain, they got a full field tarp there in Hartford, the Double-A affiliate of the Colorado Rockies. Corrigan sets, and the 1-1 on its way. Breaking ball, slider misses away, and it's 2-1. So even if the Sox got to wait one out until the rain slows up a little bit, they can afford to. Hartford has the ground crew and the field tarp. Corrigan out of the stretch, peers in, gets the sign from Noah Cardenas. Right-hander out of Plainfield, Illinois sets, and the 1-2-1. Swinging a slow dribbler up the middle. Wyatt Young will take it to the second base bag himself. He steps on the pillow, and it's in time. Wyatt Young, a 6 unassisted to end this ball game and finish this one up a 5-0 Whitey win. The Braves threaten here in the 9th inning, but Brady Corrigan able to wiggle out of trouble and give the Red Sox their third shutout of the summer. A great pitching performance. The combo of Jack Leftwich, Chase Walter, and Brady Corrigan combined to shut out the Bourne Braves. No runs and 6 hits over the 9 frames. We'll step aside. We'll come back and wrap this one up for you here from Red Wilson Field. The final, Red Sox win 5-0 over the Bourne Braves. We'll be right back. Here at Red Wilson Field, Red Sox beat the Bourne Braves 5-0, improved to 20-13-2 on the season, and tied the Chatham Anglers for first place in the Eastern Division with their second straight win here today. Alongside Andre Sims, I'm TJ Mathewson, and Andre, today, again, the pitching was the namesake for YD. It's been up and down this season, but today we saw the A stuff from the YD Arms today. Jack Leftwich, Chase Walter, and Brady Corrigan dealt out there today. Leftwich especially. He picks up the win, 6 1/3. 4 hits, no runs, a walk, and 5 strikeouts, and was really on point with all of his pitches here today.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it early. We talked about it, that he had a great feel for his pitches early on in this ballgame. He was snapping the breaking ball in all counts. The off-speed looked really good. The fastball he was painting, he was dialing it up against his teammate, Judd Fabian, touched 93 this evening, and that really set the tone. And we talk about it all the time. The biggest thing about Leftwich is keeping the ball in the yard, obviously. He induced a lot of soft contact, just the 4 hits allowed. Had a great defense behind him tonight. which really set the tone for the way this team was going to play, which even though they weren't scoring a ton of runs between the first and the 8th inning, the defense played well so that they really didn't need to. They really kept it, made the 2-0 deficit feel like a lot more, because it felt like even when Bourne was barreling up some of Leftwich's pitches, they were finding gloves and they were making the plays when they needed to.
And you have the 2 runs from Whitey in the first inning. RBI singles from Noah Campbell and Jack Thomas Wold. That would put Whitey up 2-0. And all the way until the 8th inning, when finally they were able to get some insurance runs. And it was good to see the Red Sox, after going 1-2-3 on 4 pitches against Nick Troglick-Iverson in the 7th inning, come in. They go walk, then fly out to center field, then walk, RBI single, RBI double, and then another RBI single to really put this ball game away.
Yeah, that's sort of the narrative of this team on the other side of the ball, is that at any given point, this offense can explode, and I think that's probably the most dangerous aspect of this team, is that you can keep them at bay for 5, 6, 7, even 8 innings, and in that 9th, they could come right out in the top of the 9th inning and explode for 4 or 5 runs. It's the quick twitch ability of this offense that really has allowed them to win so many games that they're sort of down and out of. We see the comeback ability all the time. This one, they didn't have to come back, but a 2-0 lead, as dominant as this performance was, that's precarious. One swing of the bat can really change the complexion of a 2-0 game, and so to all of a sudden erupt for 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning the way they did, really just going down the line, everyone was getting involved. That's the kind of danger that this offense possesses.
So, again, with the win, the Red Sox improve to 20-13-2 on the season and tie the Chatham Anglers for first place atop the Eastern Division with 42 points. The Braves will drop to 13-19 on the season and stay right at 4th place in the Western Division. Game started at 4:49, took in 2 hours and 21 minutes here at Red Wilson Field. Got this one in just before the rain. The Red Sox 5 runs on 8 hits, no errors. The Braves no runs on 6 hits and no errors. The win will go to Jack Leftwich with his 6 1/3 shutout innings. The loss will go to Ryan Cusick. Pitched well today, but a tough luck loss for him. 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs. They were earned a walk and 2 strikeouts. The Braves will be at Katuitt tomorrow. First pitch at Lowell Park at 5 o'clock. And the Red Sox will be in Hartford to face the Wareham Gatemen. 12:30, first pitch from Dunkin' Donuts Park. We'll talk to you then. For Andre Sims, I'm TJ Mathewson saying so long and good night from Red Wilson Field.